Hello students, I am Madhuri Abhale from Saraswat International Academy. I am teaching Science of Standard 6th. Here we are going to start chapter number 4, Sorting Materials into Groups, part 1. Before starting the chapter, I would like to explain what do you mean by sorting materials into groups. So, suppose imagine a world which has objects all of same shape, same size, same color and so on. Don't you find it very boring? The world around us is full of variety and that's what makes it interesting. However, imagine you picking up a storybook of your choice in a heap of books just lying unorganized. You will find it difficult, right? Hence, the need for grouping or sorting. Let us see the beauty of sorting out materials through one or two examples. Let's take one example. You will walk into a library. You will see that the books are arranged as children's books, magazines, novels for adults and so on. Again in children's books, you can see subcategories for different age groups. So you just go to the bookshelf of your requirement and pick up a book which you want to read. Is it not simple? So, in this example, you can see various books are lying here. Okay, but if we look it carefully, so here drawing books, story books, then many more science book, fiction books, all are categorized into different sections in very organized manner. Now, our second example is you are in a departmental store. Your mother wants to pick up groceries. So here you can see in this picture, your mother wants to pick up groceries and your father wants to look up some paintings. So you can observe in this picture. You want some music DVDs for yourself. So, three of you have different directions in departmental stores. So, you can see in this combined picture that the CD department is in different category, the picture department is in different category and the grocery department in different category in departmental stores. Why is it so? Because all the objects in the store are categorized into different sections according to their types. Such organization is convenient and leads to better management. So, in this lesson, we will learn in detail about the classification of materials. So, let's start our chapter. In this chapter, we are going to learn two main points. One is objects around us and the second one is property of materials in which they are going to differentiate. So, our first topic is object around us. In that, we can include all these items like example chair, table, plug, bullock cart and its wheels, books, notebooks, belts, purses, chairs, tables, doors, mesh, buckets, bags, etc. So all these things are we can see on daily basis. So here our topic number 1 is object around us. Let's read line by line. We saw that our food and clothes have so much variety in them. Not just food and clothes, there is such a vast variety of objects everywhere. we see around us a chair, a bullock cart, a cycle, cooking utensils, books, clothes, toys, water, stones, and many other objects. All these objects have different shapes, colors, and uses. Like suppose we are taking this example, a chair, a bullock cart, a cycle, cooking utensil, books. So all these examples are in different shape, okay, in different colors, and their uses are also different. Let's move ahead. Look around and identify objects that are round in shape. So, if you look around, how many things are in round shape, like wheels, football, tennis ball, marbles? These all things you can categorize into round shape. Our list may include a rubber ball, a football, and a glass marble, as we discussed earlier. If we include objects that are nearly round, our list could also include objects like apples, oranges, and an earthen pitcher, that is ghara. Okay, we can call it as a matka also. Suppose we were looking for objects that are edible. So everyone knows that biscuits, fruits, vegetables, all these items were comes under edible products. So can you tell me that the previous examples like bullock cart, chair, table, all these example can be able to categorize into edible things? No, we cannot add all that things into edible products. So that is why the sorting materials into groups, it is necessary in this chapter. So we might include all the items that we have listed in table 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 in chapter 1. We might also find that some of those round shaped objects we just listed out are also in this group. So as you people know that in chapter 1 we studied about different types of ingredients which included in food items. Like suppose we take example of roti, then what ingredients it should include? One is atta and water. Suppose we took example of dal, then ingredients needed for dal is pulses, water, salt, ghee, spices. So in this table 1.1 and 1.2, these ingredients we needed for any food item that includes. Let us say we wish to make a group of objects that are made of plastics. Now here they again categorized the third group. See, in first group they categorized into circle shape group. In second they include edible group. In third they need to classify the things into the thing made up of plastic. So everyone knows that in plastic what comes? Buckets, lunch box, toys, water containers, pipes, and many such objects may find a place in this group. There are so many ways to group objects. In the above example, we have grouped objects on the basis of their shape or the materials they are made from. So here you can observe that in the above example we have grouped objects on the basis of their shape. So we talk about circle shape or the materials they are made from, like plastic or the things we can eat. So here three categories we already seen. All objects around us are made of one or more materials. These materials may be glass, metal, plastics, wood, cotton, paper, mud, or soil. Can you think of more examples of materials? So let's see. Suppose example, we are taking example of dal. So in this, the dal is made up of more than one material or ingredient like pulses, water, salt, ghee, spices. Okay, suppose we take example of bench. Then bench is made up of wood plus iron nails also used in that. Again, suppose we are taking example of bucket. So bucket can be made up of plastic and a metal is also used for handle. So there are many examples that made up of one or more material. Let's see activity 1. Let us collect as many objects as possible from around us. Each of us could get some everyday objects from home, and we could also collect some objects from the classroom or from outside the school. What will we have in our collection? Let's see the collection of ours: chalk, pencil, notebook, rubber, duster, a hammer, nail, soap, spoke of a wheel, bat, then matchbox, salt, potato. We can also list objects that we can think of but cannot bring to the classroom. For example, wall, trees, doors, tractor, road. So here we gathered with so many examples for classification of that example into material. Separate all objects from this collection that are made from paper or wood. So let's see that examples again. So we need to concentrate on material made up of paper and wood. So let's begin. Paper and wood. So pencil, notebook, because notebook includes papers and pencil is made up of wood. Then duster, yes, the base of duster is made up of wood. Then bat also made up of wood. So here pencil, notebook, duster and bat is made up of wood. So these are the first category we made from wood. On the second page, matchbox, then here doors. All these matchbox and doors are included in the material which made from wood. So let's see further. While the other group has the objects that are not made of these materials. So without all these materials, remaining materials will include in second category. Similarly, we could separate the things that are used for preparing food like salt, potato. Okay, all these things included in the things that are used for preparing food. So with the help of these categories, we can differentiate the things into different materials or in different categories with the help of their shapes, their color, their qualities, so on. Let's move further. Let us be a little more systematic. List all the objects collected in table 4.1. Try to identify the materials that each one is made of. It would be fun to make this a large table collecting information about as many objects as possible. It may seem difficult to find out the materials out of which some of these objects are made. In such cases, discuss with your friends, teacher and parents to identify the materials. So let's begin the table 4.1 objects and the material they are made of. So two examples were solved here. The next examples we need to do by ourselves. So what we have to do in this table, simply objects were given here and we need to find out the materials from these objects were made up of. So first example is plate, that means थाली. So थाली किससे बनती है? स्टील, ग्लास, प्लास्टिक, many times wood. Okay, then the second example is pen. So pen किससे बनता है? With the help of plastic and with the help of metal. So with the help of these objects we can go through the materials they are made up of. So now I am going to dictate some other objects and material they are made up of, and you need to write in your textbook or you can write in your notes also. Plate is already done, pen is done. The third example is scale. So scale is made up from wood, plastic, metal. If we talk about bucket, so bucket is made up from plastic, brass, steel, aluminium. Brass is a one type of metal. The next example is chair. So chair is made up from wood, plastic, iron. If we talk about cupboard, then it is made up of wood, iron. If we talk about blackboard, then it is made up from wood and cement. If we talk about compass box, then compass box is made from iron, plastic. So with the help of this table you can understand properly the objects and from which they made up of. Let's move further. Activity 2. Table 4.2 lists some common materials. You can also add more materials in column 1 that are known to you. Now try and think of everyday objects you know that are made mainly of these materials and list them in column 2 that we have already discussed in 4.1. Let's see what Bujo is thinking here. Bujo wants to know whether we found some materials that were used for making more than one type of an object. Suppose I am giving one example like wood. Okay, with the help of wood we can make many things like chair, table, wheels, bullock cart. Okay, suppose I am taking another example of glass. So with the help of glass, tumbler, spectacles, window, utensil, toys, these many things we can made. So the conclusion, what is the conclusion here? Different objects can be made up of same material. So let's see table 4.2. The table 4.2 explains that different objects can be made up of same material. Let's see, material is given in first column and in second column objects made of these materials. Suppose first one is wood. So chair, table, plough, bullock cart and its wheels. So these many things were made up of wood. If we talk about paper, then with the help of paper, books, notebooks, newspaper, toys, calendars were made. Leather. So leather is given. Now you need to fill these gaps. So leather, with the help of leather we can make bag, shoes, belt, purse, wallet, watch, strap, jacket. So with the help of leather we can make these many things. The next example is plastic. So everyone knows that with the help of plastic, bucket, tumbler, compass box, pen, footwear, dustbin, box, toys, these many things we can made. The next example is cotton. So with the help of cotton fabric we made sari, shirt, jeans, mattress, rope, thread, handkerchief, bedsheet, etc. In this last row you can give or you can write your own material. Like suppose I am giving one wool. So with the help of wool, sweater, muffler, shawl, cap we can made. Or suppose example clay. So with the help of clay, earthen pot, raw houses, chulha, road, utensils, veranda, all these we can made with the help of single material. So till here what we have learned that objects and the materials they are made up of in 4.1 and in 4.2, different types of objects that are made from the same materials. Let's move ahead. What do we find from these tables? First, we grouped objects in many different ways. Let's recall with the help of shape, with the help of edible items, with the help of color, then with the help of plastic. So with the help of different material or different ways we distributed the items in group. So we then found that objects around us are made of different materials. So everyone knows that the different objects were made up of different materials. At times an object is made of a single material. An object could also be made of many materials. समटाइम्स एक ऑब्जेक्ट एक ही मटेरियल से बनता है, बट समटाइम्स एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने के लिए मैनी मटेरियल क्या होते हैं, इंक्लूड होते हैं. एंड देन अगेन वन मटेरियल कुड बी यूज्ड फॉर मेकिंग मैनी डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स लाइक वुड. Simple one material is there, so with the help of wood, chair, table, plug we can made. So one material could be used for making many different objects. So what decides which material should be used for making any given object? It seems that we need to know more about different materials. So in this part what we had first, how to differentiate objects into different categories with the help of their shape, their color, the items from which they made. Okay, then we done activities also. In that we solve this table, that is 4.1 objects and the material they are made up of. Then in table 2, with the help of one material we can make many things. In next part we are going to learn properties of materials. Thank you.